Welcome to the class of Project Management. This is Dr. Nupur Rao, today discussing the concept of project crashing with the help of an example. Here you can see in the first column the activities and in the second column the predecessor activities. With the help of both of these details, we have drawn the network diagram which is visible on the screen. We have calculated the 4 timings of early start time, early finish time, latest start time and latest finish time using the forward pass and the backward pass. In the third column, we have been given the normal duration of the activities. The fourth column gives you the crash duration. Now what is the difference? Normal duration is the normal course of time, how much time is required to conduct this each activity. The crash duration gives that how much maximum can we crash the given activity. So for example, A activity cannot be crashed at all because its normal duration and crash duration are the same. B activity can be crashed by a day maximum, and so on. The fifth column gives you the normal cost of activity. That means to conduct this activity, how much is the normal cost of conducting the activity. The last column gives you the additional cost per day to crash, which means that if we are crashing by a day each activity, how much of additional cost will be incurred. Now we come to the table where we have the various activities and its time durations detailed on the screen. One more data which has been given is the project cost overhead, which is $600 per day. Now we can see from the network diagram that this project takes 18 days to finish. So accordingly, the total project cost overhead is $600 per day into 18, giving you $10,800. So without crashing, the total cost of the project is $10,800. Now in these, if you can closely see that the critical path is the path of A, B, D and E, because the total float is 0 in all these activities. So we should remember one thing: while crashing a project, we must focus on only the activities which are lying on the critical path. So with this in light, now in the run 1, we find that all the 4 activities, amongst all the 4 activities, the one which is the cheapest is the C activity. Of course, C activity is not a critical activity, so we won't be going for that. So amongst the B, D and E activities, A we cannot crash because it's already reached its maximum crash duration. So from B, D and E, we find that E activity is the cheapest. So going for that, we shall crash it by a day. Now when we crash it, the 4 days becomes as 3 days, and so we have incurred a cost of 500. And now with this change, if we look at the timings, we find that E activity has reduced by 1 day and the timing has changed. Just the early finish time and the latest finish time have changed. Everything else remains the same. So our critical activities are still the same, and we have reduced our project from 18 days to 17 days. Incurring the cost, let's see. The additional cost which we have incurred is $500, and the saving is on the overhead cost because we have reduced the project by 1 day. So we have actually saved $100, which makes our cost $18,800. Now going for the run 2, let's see the project network diagram. We find here that after reducing E activity by a day, which is now it has reached its maximum, now we have just a choice between B and D activity. Between B and D activity, we can see that B is cheaper, so we will go for that, and so we will reduce the B activity by a day. Reducing the B activity by a day, we see that it has reached its maximum time and of crashing, and so the cost we have incurred is $600. Making the necessary changes in the network diagram durations, we make the change in the timings of the of each activity. So now with this we find that we come to the table and we find that there has not been any change in the cost, additional cost, because the additional cost was 600 and we have saved 600 from the overhead cost, which nullifies, and so our cost to total project cost remains the same, $18,800, and we have reduced the project by 2 days. Now coming back to the diagram, we find here that again, if we want to reduce the timing, we will have to go for just one option, that is D activity. Rest A, B and E, we have already reached the maximum crash time. So now we shall be reducing the D activity by a day, and reducing that by a day, we make the necessary changes in the network diagram timings. And now you can see that after the changes which we have made, now the critical activities have changed. All the activities have become critical. So the additional cost incurred is $700, and so we come to the table, we find that we have the additional cost incurred is 700. The savings which we have made on overhead cost is $600. So the net is increase of $100, which makes it $18,900. And so we have reduced our project duration by 3 days. Now moving further, now if we want to reduce, since our all activities have become critical now, so we can reduce from C also. Now one thing we must remember, that in order to execute the activity E, since we have C and D both activities as critical activities, we cannot just reduce one activity by a day. We'll have to simultaneously reduce 1 day from each activity because they are both in parallel. So doing that, we reduce 1 day from C and D both, and so we find that we have reduced, we have made changes in our timings also, all the 4 timings, and the changes you can see in the pink color. And with this, the additional cost which we have incurred is $700 plus $400, which gives you $1,100, and we have saved just 1 day, so that is $600 saved. So $500 of additional cost, net cost, we have incurred. That makes it $19,400 as our total cost. So we have reduced it by 4 days, and now in the next, if we want to go further, we find that we have now just one option of reducing the C activity by a day, because all the other activities have already reached their maximum crash duration. So if we go for that, then we find that we have let's go to the table directly. We will be incurring an additional cost of $400, and while the crash duration remains the same, we have not been able to reduce the time, and 600 because we have not been able to reduce the project duration, so our overhead cost has not reduced, so we have reached $19,800 as our cost in run 5. Now looking at the whole table, you can easily see that the run 2, that is of 16 days, seems to be a good alternative or a good option to choose for. So given this choice, we should be going for run 2, that is incurring a cost of $18,800, reducing the project by 2 days. That would make our project crashing optimum. Thank you.